When an idea lives far beyond its birthplace, it transforms into something legendary. Here we call this the Chief's Kingdom, the expanse of those that define the Chief's spirit. Anchored smack dab in the middle of the United States, this kingdom has no earthly boundaries. From its Midwestern roots, it grows. It covers plains and deserts, rolls over seas and mountains, and rushes right into our hearts. It spans generations, races, creeds, until it finally touches the rugged landscape of our hopes and dreams. This kingdom was not built on stone or mortar, no. It was modeled on the stories of sport and valor. And each year, new chapters are etched into this never-ending saga.
20, 15, 10, touchdown!
And although there is one special place called home, wherever you hear the thunder of red and gold, wherever a hero is remembered, or another one born, wherever the will of people give life to the game, welcome, neighbor. You're in the Chief's Kingdom.
At first it's a storm. You know, we have these all the time.
We had the news on. We were watching a movie, and we turned that off when we heard the sirens the first time.
And it was just a different feeling that night. The greens in the sky were a little greener. The humidity was a little thicker. The sounds were a little different.
You could hear, it sounded not like a rolling thunder, but just a constant rumbling. And we thought, oh, this is just the weirdest thunder we've ever heard.
The sirens come again, just kind of an off feeling, a bad feeling.
Tornado sirens once again going off in Joplin. Those are definitely power flashes that we were seeing on the ground.
Just panic. I felt panicked. It was different that day.
That's when we bailed underneath the mattress.
I remember when we were huddled in the room, we still had the TV on, and all you could hear was the reporters and the panic in their voice.
You have a tornado on the ground in Joplin.
Raising their voice, almost screaming, you know, to get cover, get cover.
Right now, I am telling you to take cover right now.
That was the beginning of the real fear.
Joplin has a tornado on the ground.
What now? What do we do now?
I have a large destructive tornado, large tornado on the ground doing massive damage. F5, say F5, say I am!
And then it's silent, no electricity to the house.
At that point, you're just hoping, go past us, you know, go over us, whatever you gotta do, miss us.
And all you hear is the tornado coming. It was deafening. The only thing that you had then were your thoughts.
It's time. Your end is here. Have you done enough in this life that people are going to remember you? Because it's over.
It's coming for us. It's going to get me.
What if I get hurt? What if my pets get hurt? What if Jason gets hurt?
Is this all for naught? I mean, is this it? Is this the end?
What was the last thing I said to my mother the last time I talked to her? Did I tell her I loved her?
What is the last thing I said to my fiance? What's going to happen next? Am I going to be crushed by my house? Am I going to be sucked out of my house and thrown against another building? The fear that was put in me that day was something I hope to never feel again in my entire life. And I hope nobody has to feel anything like that.
You're thinking, just go away. And I guarantee that's what we were all thinking. Just the noises to go away, the shaking to go away, the breaking glass to go away. We just didn't want to be there at that time.
I can hear Tristan still say, I love you guys. And immediately, you know, saying it all back, just, you know, I love you.
Just to think that you're moments away from taking your last breath and scared that you're not going to get to see the people you love anymore. You know, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but at this point, there's no future. So, I don't, you know, what's next? Is it heaven? Is it hell? Is it nothingness? You're about to find out.
And you're under there, and it's just that sound coming at you that's indescribable.
The wind swirling, the glass in the room swirling around, just trees snapping into.
And then all the windows break, and then once there's no window in between you and it, the sound amplifies.
The wind hurling vehicles, buildings over your head.
Things slamming into the house, the wind outside, glass breaking.
It just keeps getting louder and louder and louder.
It sounds like 500 freight trains coming right at you, and the vibrations.
The sound of death coming to take you away in the form of a tornado.
On May 22nd, 2011, an F5 tornado tore through Joplin, Missouri, leaving a path of destruction and wounded dreams.
You didn't know what to think. I mean, you were just in shock. It took 2 days to realize, that this was real. You were expecting, like, this can't be real. You're going to wake up and everything's going to be cool, everything's going to be fine, and it's just not.
It's almost like when you went under that mattress and under that blanket, you come out and you're in a different world.
I couldn't recognize where I was in a town that I've lived in for 25 years.
It looked like a war zone. Not my hometown.
When we finally got down here, we came up over this hill right over here, and we just came over and just saw everything destroyed. That's the first time we realized how bad it was. I mean, there was telephone poles down there, were running over wires and cables and stuff. There was a car in front of us actually got a cable wound up underneath this car, and it got stuck, and it was a mess.
At first you think, okay, it was just this area that's hit. I don't know how extensive the damage is. And then once you get out and see just how far and how much destruction it is, it's just unfathomable.
This was Greenbrier Nursing Home. 13 people died in that place. I mean, it was just toothpicks. South Middle School up the street, it was all torn up. This is the old Salvation Army they just tore down. Up here on the right is St. Mary's Catholic Church. The only thing standing is the cross.
You see this path of destruction, and you can see for miles down the road, your town is gone. The worst part is, this is your town. This is home. This is where you grew up.
Just talking about it, it gets my heart racing, and my hands are getting sweaty, and it's the most terrified I've ever been in my entire life, and it's completely indescribable, completely. So.
This was our first house that we had together, so we were pretty attached to this little house.
Yeah, love this house. We'll never forget this house.
Staying intact.
So I hope they can save it, but I don't know. It's hard to say if they can or not.
You never know. 162 people lost their lives that day. And why not? Why wasn't I one of them? I mean, I was just as in it as those people. Why did it jump over this house or that house and miss me, but take them? I feel like I lucked out. I was there. I was in the middle of it. The only thing it didn't do was take my life, so I don't think I escaped it, but I think I survived it.